I've spent about $163,000 investing into our Texas office, and I've yet to actually see it in person. I can't believe it's already been about a year since we fully invested into doing this thing, and I'm really excited to kind of see what it's like because I've spent so much money and have kind of risked a lot on making this happen and literally haven't seen anything. So that's what we're going to check out this week. I probably need to apologize because this channel has been taking a different direction lately. We've gone from like informative videos to more of a vlog. When I say vlog, I mean like actual video log of things that I want to have for myself, almost selfishly. So I'm kind of overdoing this whole let's make a video for views, and I kind of just want to make a video for what we're actually doing so I can look at it in like 2 to 3 years and be like, that is so cool, we did that at that time.
Right. Was like a light bulb moment that came, like it is a new thing, but like when did this idea kind of come to fruition?
I think ultimately when you go to watch a video, you get the value right then and there, but you never need to go back and watch that video. I was like in 2022, we did some vlogs and I love watching those. Yeah. I love those. I could watch those multiple times.
Yeah.
I've been traveling to and from DFW since 2020 because we've been smashing a lot of loans out here. But don't get me wrong, like I don't mind doing the travel. I'm good at it. I got the process down. You know, everyone in Arizona has no idea that I even left by the time I get back, and I'm here long enough to make sure that I show face and everyone gets to kind of spend some time with me. So it works. But last year, an opportunity kind of fell into my lap and I had to take it if we really wanted to take it seriously in growing in Texas. And that opportunity was meeting a fella named Brad Kroll. And he's an industry vet, been in the industry probably 20 years at this point, and was losing a lot of deals to guys like me, guys who had setups that were, better process, lower rates, lower fees, just an overall better mortgage product for consumers. And he's just kind of in an older company, older model setup that was just losing a lot of deals. And so, obviously his income was taking a hit from that by losing a lot of deals. But more importantly, I think he was really just looking for, a way to kind of build back his career to what it once was. Meeting Brad was kind of right time, right place kind of moment because Brad was getting a ton of email marketing from me, and we send out tons of email marketing to borrowers, to agents, to loan officers for recruiting. Tons of stuff go out, and open rates on them are abysmal. They're nothing. No one really opens a lot of these emails, but we're always trying to stay top of mind for all of these things we're doing. And Brad got an email from me that he actually responded to, which kind of blew my mind a little bit. And I think the email obviously just opened the door for him to respond, but ultimately he was seeing my name everywhere, not just in email marketing. He was seeing it in his community when a lot of people would work with me or X2 Mortgage in general. He was seeing it when he would talk to real estate agents and they say, I'm already working with a guy I love at X2 Mortgage. So he was seeing it over and over again. And I think that email just kind of opened the door on the right day for him to say, you know what, let me actually respond to this and see what X2 is about. We kind of had a call and we talked about some potential items from some potential things. And then I didn't really hear from him for a little bit. It was kind of a pipe dream at the time because I talked to Brad and I thought, sounds like it could be really good. I got really excited. I was telling my girlfriend Jess about it. I was telling a lot of the people in the industry. I was like, hey, this is finally our breakthrough. This is finally how we're going to, make it in Texas and have a physical location in Texas. I think I talked to Brad maybe in, September, October, something like that. Didn't hear anything from him for a month or 2 months. And I didn't want to press it. I didn't want to push it. I just kind of figured if it makes sense and it's the right move for him, he's going to reach out to me. And I kind of gave up on it, to be honest, until he shot me a text. And that text fired me up more than anything I can ever explain. Yeah, so we had that call, And Brad was like, I'd love to meet. And so I was like, you know what? I'm supposed to be going to Belize next week. But I'll tell you what, I will schedule a flight so I can see you right before I left for Belize. So literally I was leaving for Belize and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fly through Texas into Belize. And yeah, I met with Brad that day, and we had like a long couple-hour convo, ran through it all. I'm literally on cloud nine. I'm so excited with this meeting, thinking about all these things going through my head as I'm traveling to Belize. I'm like, okay, I'm about to go on vacation with my girlfriend. It's gonna be amazing. But all I could really think about in that moment were all of the potential growth we could have with X2, of finally being boots on the ground after this meeting with Brad. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it's probably one of the reasons why I think Belize was one of my favorite vacations I've ever taken, purely because I was so excited not just to be in Belize, but so excited to actually be back from Belize to see what we would do in Texas. Yeah, and then nothing really happened when I got back from Belize. Little did I know at the time, but that meeting was also a little bit of a tease because we didn't actually get Brad fully onboarded with us until like 3 months later, I want to say. So honestly, a ton of up and downs in that 3, 4, 5 month period, but it was all worth it because not only did we get Brad, but we ended up snagging Diane and Jordan, which really rounded out like a fully sustainable little pod, little office to kind of get things going and kind of alleviate some of the stress. To put things into perspective, their little group of the three of them were doing about 30 million in production a year, in loan production, and that equates to roughly $700,000 a year in revenue. So pretty big. They're packing a big punch for just 3 hires. And to put things into perspective again with the rest of the company at X2, we were doing about 75 million in production that year. So it was a huge jump. We were adding roughly 30% to our top line with just 3 hires. It's a pretty big deal. It was well worth the wait, and it took a very long time to get things rolling. And honestly, I still don't think we're really at that level yet, but we're close. And you know, I'm excited to kind of see how they're operating out of this office now. There's Brad up there. Look at that. Look at that, just right there. I was told the sign needed an upgrade, but it's actually not that bad. This looks good. This looks real good.
Here.
Diane.
Diane here, Jordan there. This room.
Nice.
So need to adjust the feet on these tables to level them out.
Make them level.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, this is sweet.
So we got like 3 chairs put together.
TV's all good. Looks a lot better now that this is like a full wall. 7:33. I've literally been cranking non-stop in here with the team. Non-stop, baby, non-stop. I was thinking a little bit about this today, but the biggest thing I didn't think of when we were growing out to this office in Texas was the massive financial burden that we were going to take on without actually knowing for sure if it was going to pan out.
If you can remember when you onboarded the 3 of them, like what were you spending? What did that look like?
Golly, we were probably spending $40,000 to $45,000 a month when we onboarded them and had $0 in revenue coming in because there's a 30, 60, 90-day pipeline. So yeah, we were spending quite a bit of money that's quite a bit of money for me. We're spending quite a bit of money without seeing any benefit yet. I really didn't think about all that when I was planning on growing out here. All I saw was the potential revenue it would add to the business. I looked at, you know, the loan officers coming on and looking at their production that they were doing and thinking, okay, with a better product, they're going to be doing more production. I definitely didn't think about the massive financial burden that it would add to not only our monthly overhead, but also our upfront one-time costs. And it hurt for sure. I will say it is kind of cool to walk through this office and actually see tangibly some of the money we've been spending now. For example, this thing right here, this looks like it'd be cheap, right? Guess how much this was? It was like $1,400. So now look at that and go, okay, that was that much money, and now you've got all this furniture and all this decoration and all these things all the way around here. Not to mention flooring, walls, baseboard. We moved a bunch of walls. I am excited to actually see things moving in the right direction. It's just, you got to trust in the process, and more importantly, you got to trust in the people, because I truly was going all in on our 3-member team in Texas. There's only 3 people working out of this office right now: Brad, Diane, Jordan. I kind of just went all in on them, and I'm glad I did. Easier said than done, though. I will say that. Way easier said than done. And I'm going to give it probably another year before this is actually fully occupied with people. But in the year we've been working on this, it's getting there. It's getting there. I just realized that I was so busy today, in and out of meetings and working and doing all this stuff, that I don't think I filmed literally anything today in the office or on any of the meetings I went on or anything. This is a struggle when I don't have Tanner with me on these trips, following me around filming. It's impossible to actually work and do all the things I need to do and also film stuff. It's impossible. Heading to the airport, my flight got delayed. I'm pretty much a lock for any flight that I take to be delayed. Like, I think I am a lock. I probably have the highest percentage of delayed flights. I think like probably 7 out of 10 flights I go on get delayed. Luckily, this one's only delayed by 10 minutes right now, but per the usual track record at DFW, it starts with 10 minutes delays, and then 20, and then an hour, and then 2 hours, and then next thing I know, I'm spending the night in DFW airport again. So I really hope that's not the case, because I got a flight from DFW right now to Vegas, and I really want to get to Vegas so I can go to bed, because I'm freaking tired. I'm so unbelievably tired, but the grind never stops. The better route in those situations is kind of alleviate some of that, which will ultimately end up lowering your total monthly cash outflow. I'm really digging the hoodie jacket look. I'm so glad I picked up my media team for this. I got 3 of them now. So I don't think I need Tanner anymore. I've got the world's best media team following me around now.
Yep, that's us.
Yep, that's what I got. I'm glad I added you guys to payroll, you know?
Yeah.
We're waiting on our first check. Assistant manager to the CEO.
Wait,
My title got cut
show
off.
this one.
Oh, his is media manager of the CEO.
Sorry, Tanner.
What's Jess's?
I'm office
office
manager.
manager.
Office manager. So
Yeah.
we're coming for all your
Hi,
jobs.
my name's Shawn. I am the CEO. I'll see it. I came all the way out to Vegas, not for this, but to see the boat.
Hey, let's see the award.
The award's just going to every single place possible.
Honestly, looking back on it, we've had a pretty good year. I can't believe it's been a year since we basically onboarded them. And there's been a lot of cool stuff, like company-wise and just personal, like that's been going on. But it's exciting because that was kind of our first little outreach to get things going, to get things growing, to get things building. And there's so much more of that in the works now. And I know that I've seen it. It works, and I want to do more of it. I think as a whole, everyone at the company is extremely excited for next year, and I don't think we've ever had that. We've always had some people are amped up, some people are excited, some people are doing well, some people are not. But I think as a whole right now, I think everyone is ready to dominate for next year.